Hello, everyone. Welcome to our course. This is General Business 9, Organizational Behavior, and I'm Juliana Mendez. I'm going to be your instructor this semester. I did create a Meet Your Professor video below that you are welcome to watch and get to know me a little bit better. I share it because a lot of students have diverse interests in terms of what they want to do with their career. I've done a lot of different things, and I've had a very diverse career, and so I want you to know kind of who's behind the scenes when we're doing lectures or discussions, and that way you kind of know my background a little bit. And if anybody has any questions or would like to chat more about anything that I've done in my past, I'm happy to meet with you. So I made this quick video to kind of give you an overview of the class. I want to show you how to navigate through the modules and where to find things and kind of give you an overview of the semester so you know what to expect. And just so that you're ready to hit the ground running on the first day of class. So, the first thing I want to mention before we get started is that our course textbook is free. It's my first time having it's something called an OER textbook, and it's basically a textbook that is created from an organization that's purpose is to make education free. And I know a lot of textbooks, especially when I was in college, I remember some of the textbooks were about over $200 sometimes per semester just for one. And that was always a big burden financially on myself, and I know it is for many students today. And so hopefully this helps. It's my first time, like I said, using it, and I hope that you'll find that it's seamless and very similar to the publisher related textbooks that a lot of other professors use for other courses. It's just as good, if not better, and it's free, which is the best part. So I hope you appreciate that. And I also have office hours every week. They are linked in the office hours page, and my Zoom link is on there as well. I'm happy to meet with you. I am on campus several times a week, but most students find it more convenient to meet on Zoom. So if you have a time that doesn't match my office hours for that week, just go ahead and send me an email on Canvas, and I'm happy to meet. Sometimes I meet students on the weekends. It just kind of depends, what's going on that particular week. So with that, I will go ahead and share my screen and I'll get started and kind of showing you how to find things in the course, how to navigate it, and how to get started. All right, so when you log into Canvas, this is what you will see. Any announcements will be posted here, and you should be able to see the most recent ones that are automatically, pinned to this page. So there's a welcome message. You do have to get the syllabus and the introductions discussion post submitted by Sunday, August 17th. In this example here for this course, because as an online class, we as faculty are required to sort of take attendance, and this is kind of how we do it. So please make sure to submit your syllabus quiz and the introductions discussion post so that we can verify that you're in attendance in the course. There's a waiting list for the class. And so this is kind of our way of getting rid of students that might not be active in the class. Sometimes students register and they forget. So it allows us to take roll. Um, when you log in, you can obviously navigate on any of the left links in the tabs to get to that particular part of the course. But I've also linked them here. If you click on course overview, it takes you to the syllabus. If you click on your teacher, it'll take you to my Meet the Instructor page. And then if you click on Learner Modules, it takes you to all the modules for the class. The textbook information is linked here. So as I mentioned, this textbook is free and there are ISBN numbers associated. So I've linked those. You can view it. You can view the textbook online. You can download a PDF. You can also contact OpenStax and see if you can get a printed version. And they have some pretty affordable options where you can buy a printout of the book for really cheap. And then any questions about any details of the book, you can just click on this link here and that will take you to the OpenStax website where you can take a look at all the other things that they might have for student resources. So this is our module navigation. Here you'll see we have every week we're covering a particular chapter, and it's all sort of laid out to kind of follow along, have a little rhythm. I do try to give you guys independent work for your final towards the end of the semester, so that's also built into the class. And then on the bottom, I have my office hours page, and I have a page here where I have a list of my office hours for that week. And then I have the Zoom link here. All you do is click on that, or you can click Professor Mendez in the Zoom ID. You can enter that, and it'll take you directly to my Zoom office hours page. So everything you might need is here. My obviously my email. I encourage you to just reach out using the Canvas inbox system. So yeah, so this is a home page. We're going to go ahead and go to the modules. And from the modules, I want to show you sort of what you'll find. So at the very top is our class discussion board. This is meant to give you a place as a class to ask questions throughout the semester or share things. Sometimes students will figure something out, like a resource or something, and they'll post it here. So just a place to be able to share and have discussions with the class virtually. We have the pre-course online learning readiness module. And so most of you, I think, have already been taking online classes, but this is meant to give you, kind of prepare you to learn online, just how to be an effective online learner, managing your time, etc. So a good little module to prepare yourself for online learning. And then we have the Start Here module, and here you will find the syllabus. There's my bio, there's textbook information, all the course ground rules. Think of it as sort of like an extended version of the syllabus or a digital version of the syllabus where everything is kind of laid out for you. So have anything that any question you might have related to the course, you should be able to find it here. There's UBO College Student Support Services, Canvas guides, technology support, and all that. So everything that you need for a sort of high-level overview of the class, information, where to find things, everything should be here. This is what you'll need to review to complete the syllabus quiz. So every week is sort of laid out for you, and every week I have what we're covering that week is in the sort of header. So obviously the first week, what are we covering? The syllabus. And every week I'll have assignments due, and those will be laid out clearly for you so you know exactly what you're turning in. So you can see we have the syllabus and introductions discussion posts all due on week one. Moving on after week one, we're basically going to be covering one chapter every week, and every week you'll have the chapter name at the top. What are we covering? There's the chapter reading laid out for you. Each of these will take you to that particular section of the book. So it's literally linked, which is great. You don't have to leave the Canvas page. So you can see here we have introduction, learning outcomes, everything is there for you. So it's very easy to navigate the book. And then you have other learning resources. So this is where I'll post like articles or videos, things like that. And then again, you have assignments due this week, and you'll have the chapter one quiz and a chapter one homework assignment. Every week, every chapter we cover, you will have a quiz and homework assignment associated with it. And then as the weeks progress, we do have discussions that we have to incorporate into our courses, and these are um, required for online teaching and online learning. It's our way, and I think the community college's way of creating like that classroom discussion. I've tried to limit how many I have, so you'll see that there's only five in our 18-week semester. We're only doing five discussions. In the past, I used to have discussions due on Friday, and replies would be due on Sunday. And I've now changed that structure so that discussions are due on, basically they're assigned, for example, here on week three, they're due on Sunday, and you turn them in on Sunday. And then the following week, you'll be required to provide a response. So it gives students time, instead of having to cram that weekend to try to respond to a classmate, it gives you a whole week. So hopefully that gives you more flexibility in giving you time to really work on your discussion posts. So you can see here the replies will be due the following week. And so every week is structured that way. We cover a chapter, you have an assignment, a quiz, and a discussion that you'll have. There's only five, so they're kind of spread out throughout the semester. We do have a midterm, and then after that, we have the final at the very end. And we do have Thanksgiving week. I try to make the work a little minimal that week. And then the last week of the semester, that is week um, 17, I've given you independent time to work on your final. And so the final will be due on December 10th. But I did give you that week to work on it so that you have some time. I know finals weeks get a little crazy. So, yeah, so this is the way our class is structured. The one thing that I do want to highlight is that all of our discussions are videos. And so you'll see that I require videos. And part of that is the first week, our intros, our introduction videos, introduction discussion post is due on Friday, and the replies are due Sunday. It's the only week that I have it set up that way because that's, other than the syllabus quiz, that's all you have in terms of assignments. So um, after the introductions discussion posts, like I said, every other discussion is scheduled to be due one Sunday of one week, and replies will be due the following Sunday of the next week. But this one is due on Friday, so please take a note of that. But the videos are intended to create that classroom community since it is an online class. It's meant to show you who's on this learning journey with you. If you want, you can record the video on Snapchat or Instagram. If you want to put filters on, that's okay. I just want you to get comfortable with the videos. We're going to be doing 5 of them throughout the semester, so it's good that you get comfortable with how you're going to do it. It's not meant to be stressful. It's meant to be fun. It's meant to be, think of it like you in the classroom sharing thoughts with your classmates and, the instructor calling on you when you raise your hand and you sharing what you're thinking about the particular topic that we're covering. That is sort of what it's meant to accomplish. Obviously, it's a video, it's through a computer, it's different, but this is nowadays this is how a lot of jobs work. They have you do Zoom meetings and Zoom videos and Zoom recordings, and that's just kind of how everyone operates. So it's also a great skill for you to have. So like I said, all discussions are required to be videos. And in order to post, you just click reply. And when this opens up, you click on this little icon here and you click upload or record media. You can either upload your Snapchat or Instagram video here, or you can click record and record directly on your computer. So that is the only other important thing that I wanted to mention. But yeah, I mean, this is how you will navigate the course. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But that is it. I look forward to a great semester.